Today in Bendy news, we just got the announcement that a brand new teaser is going to be dropping this Halloween. And this teaser might potentially be the revival of Bendy the Cage, along with some other brand new game news and some brand new titles, some movie news, along with a whole bunch of brand new merch news, including plushies. So without further ado, let's just go and actually hop into the video and start off with the brand new announcement. So earlier today, or kind of yesterday at the time you guys actually going to be seeing this video, the Meatly and of course Bendy went and posted a tweet saying remain calm. Teaser drops this Halloween, with the Meatly saying, I hope you will be joining us on Halloween for the special teaser. We're just dying to show you, with dying being in all caps. The teaser shows here the Bendy face, but with a whole filter on it, making it look like a TV type-ish. So first of all, this could definitely be like a movie or TV show announcement, with of course the whole text saying remain calm, teaser drops this Halloween, with a whole spiral and circle being really faded in the background, but if you go and enhance the image, you can definitely go and see it. But you're probably wondering, what can this be? Well, the whole fandom is kind of assuming this is for Bendy the Cage, saying how it's going to be finally coming back. Because the Meatly went and posted a GIF down below of ice melting and on fire, or defrosting, or whatever you want to go and call it. And if you haven't been in the loop with Bendy news, don't worry, that's the reason why this video is here. Mike, one of the co-creators of Bendy, kept on changing his profile picture over the past few weeks, just being a regular photo with fire, then slowly melting with ice, then cracking, and just over and over adding different versions of his thumbnail, with also his banner just being a black image, but when you go and brighten it up, it reveals a hidden image. So you're probably wondering, what's the big deal with ice and cracking? Well, if you guys did not know, back in April 14th, 4/14, the whole special Bendy event day, they did announce that the cage has been put on ice. Yes, on ice. This was meant to be saying that the game's being put on hold. Of course, meant to be a whole thing just saying that they explained already here, and I think I already did a whole video also talking about this too, but it's just saying how they had lots of good ideas, but they'll be putting most of it into Bendy 3, and how they just want to go and, do that, and using half the things with that. So many people are kind of sad about this, of course, because we really wanted to get a game this year, but sadly, that just kind of happened. The game was put on ice, but of course, seeing the whole teasers of them keep on hinting at ice and all this stuff, it really seems like this is the cage finally coming back, finally defrosting, and them finally saying, hey, we got a good idea, we can actually continue working on it, or it's going to be releasing. But what also adds up to this is Bendy Secrets of the Machine, that really cool game that gives us really good teasers, had a brand new update along with other updates that kind of happened for Boris Lone Wolf, but I didn't really do a video on that, so yeah, they had achievements on that, along with a brand new Ink Demon's Eve for 2025. And in that update, thanks to Bendy Archive on Twitter, they re-added a teaser for Bendy the Cage. Yes, they re-added that into the game, along with adding some spiral image screenshots. One screenshot saying remain calm, of course, for the teaser, but thanks to Spencer here, if you actually go and brighten up and zoom in, you can see the back of Henry, which was originally in the teaser for the cage. So first of all, this is just a lot pointing right at this, with the Meatly even posting 3 days ago saying sometimes unexpected good things happen. So if this is not enough evidence, I do not know what really is. Also, the cage trademark is still registered and is still live, unlike other trademarks like Bendy's Rubber Hose Revenge, being a really cool game that we thought was happening. It's dead, it's abandoned. We do not know if they're going to just drop this or if this is just something they have to go and redo. But something more interesting is how Bendy and Nightmares Run, the whole mobile game, is actually live and repended this September, along with a brand new game called Bendy the Lost Harbor. So like we got remakes for mobile games, and we even got a brand new title called Bendy the Lost Harbor, being a really cool idea, because of course, the Meatly even posted this earlier this year in April, saying the early idea for the Lost Harbor shacks was of course this. But it's really cool how of course he goes and mentions this with the smiley face. This is something I definitely want to go and put out there. And also talking about the whole Ink Demon Eve thing, it won't be happening in Boris Lone Wolf, of course, because they're busy in other projects, probably being all these projects I'm talking about now. But of course, that's really interesting. Moving on to other games and other type of collabs, we might be getting a Dead by Daylight collab. Who knows? Because it was a whole Bendy post or page called Bendy by Daylight. It was just talking about how they really wanted to have a collab with Dead by Daylight. And then Bendy went and replied, dreams can come true, winky face. But sadly, the original post isn't available. But Bendy's post is still available, showing that most likely we could be getting a Dead by Daylight collab. And I gotta say, it would be fitting and it'll be really cool to see. But of course, if any of this does happen, I will let you guys know and we'll do a video on this. So of course, go and subscribe if you love Bendy, because I love Bendy, if you want to stay tuned to all the new news. Because of course, I will be doing a video this Halloween or maybe a day after that showing and talking about the brand new teaser and what this new thing is, because of course, it looks very interesting. But talking about other type of Bendy news, the Meatly did say I promised that the projectionist will not be overlooked again, showing that projectionist will actually be getting a lot more love. So first of all, hopefully in Bendy 3 we will be able to actually see this, but of course immediately said was talking about Bendy 3 and how they'll be using a new game, new assets, and they won't be reusing anything else. So that's just great to hear, along with the Bendy the Dark Revival being released on PlayStation 5 and the Switch. And of course, you can get a whole pin if you pre-ordered it. It was a kind of thing that happened a while ago, with Mike also talking about how the Xbox physical versions will also be releasing sooner or later. But moving on to Game Jolt here. Game Jolt did add a bunch of new stickers a while ago, and yes, there were nothing really crazy and interesting, but in the Bendy starter pack, they did have this brand new Bendy sticker that kind of looks like the beta Bendy from Bendy the Dark Revival. That the design I really do love out of any design. I don't know why I really love that design. So that design is being put on a sticker sheet. Does this mean this would be the Ink Demon's design in Bendy and the Ink Factory? I guess sadly only time will be able to go and tell, but of course moving on to some movie news, thanks to Mason the Vampire, we can actually see that on Instagram. They were talking about how they're working on the script for the movie right now, and Mike even going along with saying, by the way, the Bendy and Ink Machine movie is still going strong. Hollywood's just Hollywood, so things can feel slow because nothing is being talked about. But behind the scenes, things are being talked about. So that is just some great movie news, along with the preview for the next Bendy book here. The images are kind of terrible, but it's just pretty cool to see some new updates. Along with that, moving on to some merch bits, Dawko gave us our very first look at the brand new Hex collab. With the very first one we'll be getting is a Bendy plush, which just looks adorable, along with, of course, a Boris plush, which also looks adorable. I do wish the one thing they did change, of course, was making the eyes actually like, you know, the eyes, like kind of like a whole package style eyes. But that would have been really cool to see them actually do that, but sadly it didn't do that. But I just really wanted to go and mention that, along with this brand new shirt design. And of course, we'll be getting a whole bunch of brand new pins and also other shirts, because you know that's just really cool, because I have to go, of course, go and mention that, along with some other Halloween shirts that will be releasing this year, or it already is out, of course, so you could go and get if you, of course, are interested in that. They got all the brand new limited edition Halloween t-shirts that you could go and get right now, just being 3 different designs, with one of them being the projectionist. Yes, I butchered the name, the projectionist. I cannot pronounce it, okay? All I gotta say is that I really do love the design. It still looks amazing. But that is gonna be it for this video. You guys can go and let me know in the comments below, what do you guys do think about all the brand new Bendy news? What do you guys do think about us potentially getting a revival to the cage? And of course, all the brand new merch and movie news. All I gotta say is that I'm extremely excited. I really do love Bendy, and just hearing and seeing all this is just absolutely amazing. But sadly, I guess only time will be able to go and tell what happens. But don't forget to watch this video here to see the whole news on Bendy and the Ink Factory. And of course, this news video here just to see other type of Bendy news.